Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Kirk Cousins versus the Eagles, Thursday Night Football. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. If you're looking to support the channel and get even more Quarterback School content, the Quarterback School Patreon community is for you. Check it out. Links in the video description. Become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. All right, prime time Kirk Cousins in Philly versus a really good Eagles defense. Get it going here. A little play action over from up top, shift, motion. 8-person protection, all sorts of time. Can't quite get into it. You know, this one looks like he just potentially picked the wrong club more than anything else. I know there's someone kind of somewhat in his lap, but I think Kirk Cousins expects to make a better throw here. I know he can't get all the way through the throw, but man, a good throw here, and this thing is a massive chunk. Now, 18 is special. Special. And it was fun to see how Kevin O'Connell used him kind of all over the place. I thought it was a pretty nice job scheme-wise. But this idea being that we're just going to get our runaway going. They're going to try to play some iteration of man. They're not going to be able to handle this thing all the way across the board. And again, I love the fact that we're just going to block them up. So shift, motion, and then we're going to play fake with 8 people protecting. So we're going to take a shot down the field. They think they can man up with us on the perimeter. They're going to have to run with us across the field. Can't do it here. Again, just that little bit of push right in our lap by the right tackle impacts this thing. Because if this is a good throw, you can tack another what? At least 10, maybe 20 plus onto that. So just that little difference about being able to get through the throw. We'll watch it right here. And again, I'm not saying it's an easy block on that right tackle. It's not. But you can see how it impacts his throw as we get pulled here. He can't quite get through it. And again, you know, everybody knows now he's getting that work done Friday nights. The masseuse is over at the house. It's for reasons like this to be able to torque that thing in there and just a little bit short. Still, nice little chunk, get us going. Next one here, 3rd and 9. This is what I'm going to call a little choice down here to the number 2, the tight end, who becomes the number 3, new 3. We're going to see Jefferson get doubled up top. It's going to kind of create all sorts of space everywhere else. You got to have other people be able to win one-on-ones, and this is a nice job here. I'm going to say this is a choice. The safety on the top right is going to fly out of there, create a big void in the middle of the field, and again, put it right on him. 3rd down conversion with a little chunk like that, really nice. So again, like the offensive architecture here, I'm always going to be a big fan of stack or kind of moving our choice players. So not having static receivers, especially static eligibles on the line of scrimmage, who then have to run choices because they can get jacked at the line of scrimmage. So the cheat to get around that is you do this little like Kelsey short motion. They're going to double Justin Jefferson up top with these two. It's going to create a big void here in the middle of the field. And again, I'm just assuming that this is a choice route. We're going to run it clear on the new 2, and then that what I'm calling a choice route is some iteration of an option, usually out, in, hook up, or my favorite ones are to the post for the big play. So just a really nice job here. Again, this is executing situational football, 3rd and long versus a unique look. You know, this isn't like a Friday night look you'll see very often. That's big time Sunday football. Love to see it. They're going to try to double and take away our big weapon down the field. We got to rely on our teammates to make plays. Nice design. A little 5-0-ish on him. 1st down. Let's go. Next one here. Nice touchdown pass on what I'm used to calling the sneak, hide, or slide flat. This time going to the left, wide open, put it on him, make somebody miss, get in the end zone. This is outstanding design. So use of motion. We're going to essentially get 2 people in the flat. It's almost like a flat clear. But again, these naked keepers, such an intricate part of this type of offense, but you couple it with the design, the offensive architecture to be able to take advantage of space. So motion, and then in the flat. That's essentially the flat clear. Then the touchdown pass coming to the tight end here, we're then going to be able to follow that at the snap. It's a little bit behind him, so the spacing is off right there. If that wasn't there, you get this over working the back line as kind of the number 3. So 1 if they drop them, really 1 trying to work here, and then 2 to that over. Just a really nice job from Kirk being able to set his feet, put it right on him, allows the tight end to catch it, put a move on, fall in the end zone. Boop. Let's go. That's an easy one. Again, really like the design element of this. So using the motion, get everybody going, 2 flats, make somebody miss, touchdown. Next one here, this is just an absolute brutal turnover. So you go from really a chance to be up here to losing all sorts of momentum. Your best player makes a critical error. Again, you can get into the semantics and argument about the rule if you want, but quarterback-wise, this is outstanding from Kirk Cousins. Love the design here. Again, he gets there on time, in rhythm. You know, is it a perfect throw? No, slows him up a tick, but it's certainly good enough. I will say the thing that I love, and there's a lot of things to love about this wide receiver, but the most impressive thing for me, quarterback-friendly wise, is not only is he, got great lateral change of direction here, wiggle, but then my favorite thing is when he accelerates, there's no choppy chop at the top of these routes. He's able to really, what I'm used to calling like stride out. So you keep your stride, and not only does that allow you to accelerate away from DB types, but it's easier for the quarterback to judge your gait. There's no kind of guessing about where you're going to be. He can see your stride and gauge your speed and where to put the ball. So watch his stride at the top of that route. See how he never cuts it down? I mean, he is full stride to the corner. So slip it, inside release, stride to the corner. Big time contested catch, everything except the finish. And again, the finish is the part that matters here because it ends up being a huge momentum swing. Not getting the points, giving the ball back. But man, that's a great job from Cousins. Everything except the finish there. Next one here. 2nd and long. I put this one on here just because I thought it was an interesting check. It sure looks like Cousins gets to this play. To me, this is power pass, and we're going to hit down here to the bottom. Wide receiver on a little speed out. I don't know if I've ever quite seen it packaged together like this before, and I certainly don't know how he knows to get to this play. It's a unique look. You add the motion to it as well. They certainly had this thing game planned for a specific look that they got here. But just watching the operational element, seeing him check here, I mean, that's full on changing the play. And then to be able to change the play with motion, where you get that little, what I'm used to calling fuzz motion, you call it whatever the hell you want, this little fullback motion, all to then run, I'm thinking that's a speed out. Normally, I would say on power pass, where you're going to come up here, bluff the guy at the end man on the line of scrimmage and run to the flat. I would say normally this is paired with a corner and then someone like showing up over here. It's kind of a 3-layer thing. I can't think of a time where you would want to come out, play fake to throw a speed out. It certainly works here. They're certainly terrified of him going by him. Again, watch Jefferson's ability to get in and out of these cuts without changing his gait. So he strides through those. He keeps his stride, which allows him to keep his acceleration. And then again, it's always good when you can just push the flat in the back. So a fast way to not get it thrown to you. Whoop. Nice job from Cousins. Put it right on him. Again, just a unique chunk. I thought it was an interesting play, not only to see the operational element from Cousins, but then the motion element after an audible, reverse out, put it on him. Nice play. This is by far my favorite play of the game from this one. I love the design here. We're going to fake the screen to the bottom, essentially run all go to the bottom with a backside post. I'm going to call this coverage half quarter quarter. I can't tell you exactly what it is that they're playing, but that backside safety gets essentially committed to what I'm going to say the 3 eligible side, and it creates this huge opportunity for the post. So it's a really well-constructed play. Obviously, nice execution on the backside post. But design-wise for me here, first let's talk just what the play is. So we're going to fake this little like tunnel now. Yeah, a lot of teams run this. You're going to come up here, bluff this thing, and then go run like a go. You're going to come out here, bluff, and then run like a seam or a special. Okay, there's nothing unique about that. The unique part of this is tagging a backside post to it. So why would you tag a backside post to it? Well, I'm going to call this half. So cloud corner here, over the top corner here, and then probably quarters back here where these guys are playing quarters together. So half over here, and then quarter, quarter. Well, oftentimes the technique when you're in a 3-by-1 formation, 3-by-1, so 3 eligibles, 1 eligible, the technique of what I'm going to call this weak safety can really dictate where the ball is going to go in a lot of different concepts. So once he tries to hunt up what is either the seam or the special here by the number 3, so once he engages that, it leaves a huge one-on-one up top. So to be able to then get the one-on-one to the post with, guess what? No safety help because he's engaged that seam. Now that's all fine and good on a whiteboard. You still got to have enough time to throw this ball. So you got to pump fake down here. You got to check these routes because I really think like he probably could have hit the number 3 right here as well, even though it'd be a contested, catch and tackle. But the vision to see this, even the element to have a post on the backside for this scenario, if that's why it was there, it's awesome design. So see how he has to kind of move, dip, and rip up in the pocket, and then let that thing rip with like a big nod post on the other side. I mean, that's outstanding. It really is. It's a really cool design. And love to see it executed at this high of a level. Watch Kirk have to move here. So shrug, up, reset, dot. Love the deep ball accuracy. Big, big play. Next one here, another great play call and design. So 2nd and 3, we're going to take a shot. This ends up being a drop to the number 2 down here to the bottom. They run a switch release in. I'm going to guess that if Cousins had to do this over again, he'd throw it to Jefferson again here on a really cool shake or post corner. Not sure exactly what gets him off of this other than the fact that he's just going to rip this in no matter what. And it's going to be a nice gain. The ball's a little bit behind him. It is. But man, I love the way that these teams are using motion now and switch releases. But again, you should already know what I'm going to say if you've made it all the way to this point in this video. This guy's ability to keep his stride through cuts is next level. So he's going up after a switch release, coming into that post, and then running out of it full speed. And really the ball should probably go there. We don't have to know the read to realize that happens first. And then the next part here with the motion, we're going to switch release up, and then it's in. So you could probably go, I would guess, 1 here, 2 here. Now, it's still a drop. Don't get it twisted. But just appreciate the art that Justin Jefferson is running these routes with. This is world-class stride. Stride, whoom. I mean, the ability to keep your stride and your speed. Doom, doom. Never chop down, run out of it full speed. Damn, bro. I mean, I know at some point you got to throw it to other guys, but I'm not sure this was the play to experiment with it. Just throw it to him. He's going to win. It's great pass protection. That should be a big chunk. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for subscribing. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, great way to support the channel and get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, join, become a member. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are by far the most premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics. We've got courses on RPOs, tempo, pass protection. How to Beat Every Coverage is the best-selling course, and we even have an entire offensive system available. So check out all of those courses, the links in the video description, and enroll. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. Let's get back to the video. Next one here, 3rd and 3. This is a pretty cool play also to the bottom. This is that thick mesh. This is that mesh. Nice completion. Ends up being punt return right. A little friendly fire here, man. The second level of defense for the Eagles, violent. Watch him eject the tight end right there. Boop. Friendly fire. Nice job again. I love the design. Anytime you see anything different than normal mesh, I think is a good thing. For me, when I'm calling it thick mesh or whatever mesh you want to call it, it's really normal mesh would be like over the top, and then we're going to come underneath, right? This kind of idea. And that's what happens. But what you add, and the fact that this linebacker type ejects this tight end, who then goes flying into almost the nickel, but you add this additional element of the second mesh runner. So he gets real meshy, muddy mesh. And then you couple it with the third guy who's probably running the deep hook. So you get these like triple picks. So at the end of the day, the idea being here, we're getting triple picks. So we're here, and we're here, all to get this guy, our best player, coming under on a one-on-one with 3 picks. I mean, it's a lot for one opportunity here. If this isn't there versus man, it's going to be tough. But my goodness, let's go. If they're going to try to double you from the heavens or from the 3rd level of the defense, you got to have runaways at the 1st level, and that's exactly what that is. Just a really nice job. Watch 87 on the right. He's going to get, boop, thanks for playing. Nice job getting hit, throwing it as well. Big time 3rd down conversion. Love it. Next one here, nice little play action drift post up top. Feel like we see this every play in every game in the league. Great job from Kirk hitting this with beautiful rhythm, putting it right on him. Again, it's the precision of the ball down the field is what Kirk does. Puts it right where it needs to be. Super polished. Got that back foot in the ground, rips it right on the numbers on the body on the break. Just a lot to like. This drift post I feel like works best with this split flow action as well. So this idea being they're in 12 personnel, 3-by-1 wing. Here comes that split flow element. Going to get that downhill fake. Quarterback extend that ball. Get to your landmark. When you hit that back foot, be ready to throw because our wide receiver is going to be breaking in. And it's got this kind of like freedom to kind of get open on time and allow us to read your language and put it right on you. So it's less, kind of gives just a little bit of freedom at the top of this thing usually. You can see that corner is just squatting on him, right? They're actually clouding that up top. So that corner is just sitting there. It doesn't matter. We can beat him with speed and precision. And that's a really nice job from the Vikings. Again, that's just locked in details, being on the same page. Boom. Again, I love the back foot from Kirk here. Watch him put all his cleats in the ground. See how he's lined up right where he throws it? I mean, that is perfect. How about that throw? Boop. Catches it for him. Love it. 3rd and 6, another really nice play design here. We're going to move Jefferson around, go from 3-by-1 to 2-by-2, put 18 in the slot. The defense can't get lined up. We're going to run what I'm going to call a deep out. Nice anticipation, good accuracy. Again, the ball's right up on his face, big chunk. You can see just what a little shift or motion does to the defense. 31 can't get lined up. Kirk sees it, gets it out on time, in rhythm. Again, ball location, perfect. Just watch the operational element here. So there goes the motion or shift. Get him over there. Again, at the snap, look how they're lined up. You know, this is when people say, oh man, we got to have more motion or shifts or action or movement in our scheme. This is what it does. Okay, now it doesn't always happen like this, but they can't get lined up. He's asked to cover him on a deep out. The best players in the league, one of the best wide receivers from here. There's just no chance. So it screws up how you're going to double him. You know, in a perfect world, you'd probably be outside leverage with inside leverage from the safety, taking this thing away, but they can't get lined up. So you hit them with a little bit of tempo with the cadence, and we got a big chunk on 3rd and medium, tough down and distance. Again, just pay attention to Jefferson at the top of this route. See how he never cuts his stride down? I mean, he never cuts his stride down. The body control, little push off maybe. Love it. There's so much to like with how he runs routes, man. The dude is always open. And I love how Minnesota moves him around. He's not a stationary target. He can go out there and run any route in the catalog. Really like this touchdown pass as well. This is another kind of a few things here. There's a lot of theatrics going on as far as pointing, selling this, the play action fake. And then it helps when 3 DBs all go cover Justin Jefferson and we're standing by ourselves. We could punt it out there. Fair catch that thing. Look at the art. Look at the craft. So first watch 8 here. So Cousin pointing to 31. Dig him out. You got to block the safety. Okay. Here comes the run action. Sell it. Pop it back. All the DBs are trying to go run with Justin Jefferson wide open on the other side. Now watch 17 here coming down in motion. See him point? Just a little subtle point. Yeah, I got him. I got the force defender. I got the 4 strong. I got you. Come up. Whoop. And then again, you know, it's easy when we run. And you see this concept a lot across the league, essentially like double crossers here. But when all 3 of the DB types are fixated on the guy who's all world right here, and they all, as he comes across, they all go with him. So we're over, we're over, we're over. I mean, it doesn't get easier than this for anybody at any level to throw this thing out there. Again, nice play design, good theatrics, good selling it. But that's, woo, baby. Love it. From the back again, I just really appreciate the craft of Cousins here. Pointing. Look what it does to 31. Oh, you're not going to get me. Coming down. Nope. Panic mode. Where's 18? Uh-oh. We got to cover that guy too. 4th and 3 here, down by a few scores. We got to get our first to give ourselves a chance here. To me, this is a Y choice or option down here to the bottom, to the number 2 eligible. I just like the way that these things are put together. These guys look like they're on the same page. We've seen iterations of the same route all night. Nice little wiggle at the top of this thing. Put it right on him. So again, love giving our guys multiple kind of winner opportunities. So what is this play? To me, I'm going to call it Y choice. So right here, we're able to come up here. And what you normally do is you want to allow someone to clear for you. So this is normally a 7 route, can be a post or an in. Then we're going to go from the number 2 eligible here. You kind of let him go, get behind him, and then you can run out, in, hook up, or to the post. And again, I love the post option if it's there and you can really put a wiggle on somebody, specifically when you feel that guy going outside of you like this. Again, I really like what a lot of these teams do nowadays where they run it with a loop or return. So you kind of go 1 down here, 2 up top. And just kind of that. It's all in the same type of space with multiple runaway opportunities. 4th and 3, probably going to catch most times iterations of man, not right here. So it gives you good kind of good versus everything type options when you don't know what the hell you're going to see. Watch this little wiggle 87 gives them. Woo! That's pretty nice. Yeah. Gotcha. First down. We got 1st and 5 here, balls on the 26. This is an incompletion to the number 3 up top, the tight end. On this one, I'm going to call this like middle pipe throw. I put it on here because I love the throw. I think the DB actually hits him a little early here. I wasn't watching the broadcast at this point, but this is a hell of a throw. Look at the anticipation. Watch when he lets this go. He's separated right there. I mean, look at that window. Throw it before he's looking. The ball's right on him. I mean, that's going to be caught if that's not interference. And maybe if you play or coach DB, you think that's an amazing play, and maybe it is. Maybe I'm just that much of an offensive homer. But I love the anticipation here and the accuracy from Cousins. So anytime you catch middle field open, and again, when you have a dude on your team, like 18 down here to the bottom, you're going to get funky looks. But this is a clear middle field open coverage. So having anything that has the capacity to attack the middle of the field is usually great. So we're up and we're going. It looks like it's paired with what I'm going to call like a basic or an in, and then like a fin or a short in. Now, the only thing I would say here that would potentially make this play better is if instead of an in here, you had another vertical threat, potentially to the corner, which would kind of put this safety in a bind. Once that number 2 vertical is eliminated by the in, now he can kind of squeeze this number 3 vertical. So just, play this thing out if you were playing the safety. If you've got the deep responsibility of either of those guys, once one of them disappears, now I can really go close the door on that number 3. That'd be the only thing I might, mention design-wise here because, man, they've done some really nice jobs attacking down the field, and Kirk has been pinpoint. It's just a really nice job. Again, you can see the number 2 kind of run that in route, and that allows that safety to then be locked on the number 3. This is a hell of a throw. Again, I'll let it run from the back here just so you can appreciate the anticipation of this thing. It happens fast. Once 41 turns his back, you got him. Let it go. So close to a nice throw. Next one here, touchdown pass. We're going to work the number 3, the tight end, on what I'm going to call like a little shallow cross or over. And we hit him. They get hit with 0 here, but because the 0 or the pressure comes from such depth, and it's a late green dog, if anything, it allows Cousins enough time to make this thing happen. I would say normally, this pressure would want to hit you more from the line of scrimmage-ish, but if they're going to try to hit us from depth at all these positions, so if we're going to get pressure from here, from that far away, we don't have to catch it and get rid of it. We can kind of let these things develop across the field, and then if this player right here has the back, so he's got the back man-to-man, let's say, once the back engages and blocks, this green dog from that far is never going to get home. All he really does is run himself out of the play. So once he kind of engages at the line of scrimmage, it makes this number 3 across the field that much more open. I'm not sure where the ball would go if we got really heated up, like punt block 0, where everyone's at the line of scrimmage. But right here, Kirk's got enough time, floated to him, beautiful touch. Again, you can say what you want about Kirk Cousins, but the dude can throw the ball from within the pocket. Drop back game, precise, touch, right on him, touchdown. So that is a wrap. Prime time, Kirk Cousins. Didn't go their way on the road, Thursday Night Football, short week in Philly. I thought Kirk Cousins played pretty well, y'all. I really liked a lot of the game plan as well. You can say what you want about the stat hunting and those types of things with Kirk Cousins, but man, when he's got time and he's locked in with the weapons that they have on the perimeter, he's pretty fun to watch. And they've got some really cool things going as far as how they move Justin Jefferson around, how they create opportunities down the field for the others as well. All those things coming together usually will give you a chance to win. When you turn the ball over and how they turn the ball over, you're always going to have a huge uphill kind of opportunity to ever get back into those games, especially against a really good opponent. It didn't go their way, but I still really like breaking it down. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know who you want to see next. I will see you next time. Have a good one.